Yeah, what's up you guys, and welcome to another episode, the fourth episode actually, of Waking Nostalgia. In today's episode, we're going to be covering two games that I played a lot as a kid. I'm sure a lot of you guys played a lot as a kid as well. Or a lot of you might have done. But I've been playing these games for many years, still go back to them, still thoroughly enjoy them. Obviously, a lot of you guys will have different opinions on these games to what I have, but I personally enjoy them, I love them, so I'm going to be discussing them in this episode. If you haven't seen one of these before, then let me break down the criteria for one of these Waking Nostalgia episodes. On the show, I usually discuss something along the lines of how I first came into playing the game. When I first played the game, stuff like that, and then I might talk about what the game's about, like the plotline of the game, what kind of a personal impact it's had on me. So I might discuss how often I played it when I was younger, why I like the game so much, and what makes us keep going back to this game as well, and all that kind of shitting, and obviously I give my overall opinion of the game, like my thoughts, what I think could have been done differently, or what I think could have been done better, and what the developers actually got right with the games. So without further ado, I'm Connor of Royal Mountain Gaming. Prepare for your dose of Waking Nostalgia. Roll intro. Alright guys, so I'm now about to show you the two games I'm going to be discussing in this episode. So there's two games, and they are Enter the Matrix and the Matrix Path of Neo. I'm going to go earliest first, so I'll discuss Enter the Matrix first. I'm just going to switch hands with the camera here, guys. So, Enter the Matrix first. This game was released in 2003, published and distributed by Warner Studios and Atari and developed by Shiny and Entertainment. This game was based on the second and third Matrix films, Matrix Reloaded and the Matrix Revelations. So if you've seen all the Matrix films like I have, you'll know what the story is. If you haven't seen the two movies, I'll try not to throw too many spoilers in, but I'll explain it the best I can. And Enter the Matrix is essentially based around the second and third film, like I've already said. It's basically a story of two people inside the Matrix, known by the nicknames Ghost and Niobe, who in the films were played by actor Anthony Wong and the wife of Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, who reprised the roles for the voices of Ghost and Niobe in the game. The story is about it's a typical Matrix trope. It's essentially like if you've seen the first film, you'll know the first film's about Neo being introduced to the Matrix, brought into the Matrix, fighting Agent Smith, and then ultimately defeating Agent Smith. This is more or less the same thing. The last time I saw the second and third film was quite a long time ago, but I have played the game quite recently. So basically this game is about the story of the movie, which is Ghost and Niobe get jacked into the Matrix because there's a massive war occurring between them and the machines, and the only way to win this war is if if the ultimate sacrifice, which is to essentially delve into the center of the machine and destroy it internally, which in turn end up risking them their lives, but at the same time also trying to reach Zion, get a message to Zion and the receiver a warning that the machines are coming, so they get jacked in, defeat the agents, do the whole Matrix thing, and then towards the end they fight the machines that attack their ship, almost risking them their lives, and that's essentially the plot of the second and third film. Includes all the scenes from the second and third movie as well, such as the highway scene where they're getting while Niobe and Ghost basically escape with Trinity and Neo in a truck whilst being chased by the twins in the car. Like I said, anyone who's seen all three Matrix films will know what I'm talking about. The scene with the big room in front of the stairwell while they have that massive 1-on-3 battle, or in the case of Ghost and Niobe, trying to find out secrets and stuff like that. Just have all the classic and Matrix film scenes, and it's genuinely, I think it's a really good game. I know it's obviously not one of the best games in the world. People even go as far as to say the game's downright fucked, but I don't think so. Like I said, as far as the plot of the movie, that's what, if you noticed a few seconds ago, that's why I didn't spend too much time overly explaining the plot of the game or the films, because like I said, I didn't want to spoil too much for you in case after this you decide to go and watch the films, or something like that. But it just basically follows the plot of the movie, not down to a T, because it did make some changes in this one, in Enter the Matrix, as opposed to the original films. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid game for what it is. Graphically, not too overwhelming, but it's not underwhelming either. I mean, for a game that came out in 2003, it is, I would say it's quite on par for what a 2003 game should be, but I am aware that there were a lot of games released in the same year that probably look graphically like that's superior to this in terms of graphics. But overall, solid game. I played this game for hours when I was younger. It was one of my main games. Love this game. Love the Matrix. The first time I saw the Matrix, I actually played the games before I saw the movies actually, which I should have probably seen the films first, but yeah, what's said and done, right? I don't know if you can see, well, I'll show you the back there for a second. Written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. No longer, that's how you know this is White and Nostalgia, the White and Nostalgia show that I do on my gaming channel, because that says Wachowski brothers, and as a lot of us already know, the Wachowski brothers are now the Wachowski sisters. Wachowski sisters, with the fourth Matrix actually in production, which I'm pretty hyped for. I'm not gonna lie. But so I played this for hours as a kid. Never looked back. Like I said, I played the games before I saw the films. But I did watch the films in order, so it was like say 1, 2, and 3. Overall, great game. I think did a good job at following the story. Like I said, I'm not down to a T, because there were certain changes made to the game. But it did follow the story very well, I thought. Yeah, that's End of the Matrix. On PlayStation 2, released in 2003. Based on the two films of the same year. Show you the back right there. You can see that. That's not gonna look right on camera. And everything looks backwards on the camera. But that's the back of the box there. Now what it basically says is, written and directed by the Wachowski brothers, now sisters, the creators of the Matrix trilogy, battle alongside the original motion picture cast, exclusive film footage from the creators of the Matrix trilogy, unparalleled film collaboration resulting in a true Matrix experience. In the water serve Zion, what part will you play? Prepare to believe the unbelievable. Official PlayStation 2 magazine. And it's just got the websites on the bottom, a few quick start countries on the bottom, and all the other details on it that you would typically find on the back of a PS2 or any case. So yeah, End of the Matrix for PlayStation 2, released in 2003. Excellent game. If you want to watch the films first, go do that. Pick this game up if you still have a PlayStation 2, play it, and you might enjoy it, you might not, but I certainly did. So yeah, on to the next one. Alright guys, so we've just seen us talk about Enter the Matrix. This is the game that came after it, The Matrix Path of Neo. Neo, released in 2005, once again by Shiny, developed by Shiny Entertainment and distributed and released by Warner Brothers and Atari. This game was mostly based around the first film. I'd say the best part of the game is mostly centered around the first film, with once again with some changes, like it had all the scenes from the original movie, like Morpheus breaking the handcuffs and escaping the agents, jumping out the window of the building, and then Neo obviously grabs onto him, and Trinity gets him away from the building whilst the agents are still shooting at him. The subway fight scene between Neo and Agent Smith, that's in the game as well. The Oracle scenes in the game as well, but you don't actually play that part. That's actually sure, because just like Enter the Matrix Path of Neo also uses footage from the first film, and yeah, this game, I mean, once again with the scenes. Obviously, you got the subway scene, the Morpheus escape, and the agent scene, the dodge this scenes even in the sparring scene is in this game as well. Mostly based around the first film, but with some changes. And once again, this is a really good game, I think, as well. It does also tie in with the second and third film a little bit as well. This game does, and I think it actually pulls it off really well. And I just thought as a kid it was an excellent game. Because when I first saw the Matrix movies as a kid, I watched them and I was blown away. Of course, I know probably a bit underwhelming now by their standards. When you look at the likes of the Avengers and stuff like that, but when I was a kid, this was the shit. I fucking loved these games. Fucking loved the movies. And I was born the year after the first Matrix came out. So first Matrix came out in 1999. I was born 2000. So I saw this for the first time when I was about 9 or something like that. The films, and I fucking love them, still do to this day. Like I say, I'm really hyped for the new Matrix coming out in December. That's gonna either be really good or really shit, depending on how you wanna look at it. But I played this game relentlessly, just like End of the Matrix. I played this game relentlessly when I was younger. Still do. It's a hell of a game. Love this game, and I never want to get rid of it. It's that good of a game. I'll play this game for as long as my PS2 runs. What am I going to do after that? Buy another PS2 and then play the game again. One after another, after the fucking other. So, the Matrix Path of Neo, released in 2005 by all the same companies as End of the Matrix. Back of the box there. Some of the artwork, scenes from the game. I'll read the back of the box out here now. So, experience the Matrix through the eyes of the One and decide your own path. Relive the best of the Matrix trilogy. Film footage recut by the Wachowski brothers, once again, no sisters, shapes the storyline. Plan all new ending, written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. Over 600 martial arts style fighting moves. Battle hundreds of Agent Smiths and never before seen sentencing characters. And then obviously once again, as you can see, you've got the website on the back, and then once again all the typical Gamecast Gamecast shit you'll find on any other fucking Gamescast. So yeah, Matrix Path of Neo, another solid game. Definitely recommend picking it up and trying it out. Like I said, experiences differ for everybody, so you might enjoy it, you might not. But I still think this is a really fucking solid game. Like I say, I still love playing it to this day, and I'm always going to play it for as long as possible, to be quite honest. So yeah, Matrix Path of Neo from 2005. Great game, pick it up if you can. Totally recommend it. Alright, so that was the Matrix Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix kind of reviewed, discussed, talk about whatever you want to say. Like I say, two great games. I totally recommend picking them up. If you haven't seen the films, I highly recommend the films as well. Like I say, both games are based around all End of the Matrix is mainly based around the second and third film, whereas the Matrix Path of Neo is centered around all three films. Only you just plan as as Neo all the way through. So it's two solid games worth picking up. As a kid, even growing up now, even now, I still love these games. Always have love these games. Just so much nostalgia for me. The fact that I still have them in my collection today. Just goes to show how much I enjoyed the games personally. So hopefully you guys enjoy as much as I do. Like I say, you might not, like I say, experiences differ, obviously. But like I say, when I was a kid, these games were the absolute fucking shit. I fucking love these games. Like I say, I still do. I'll just keep playing these games for as long as I can play them. For me, they're never going away. And I don't ever want them to be honest. So yeah, the Matrix Path of Neo and End of the Matrix for your doors of awakened nostalgia. Alright, so that being said, I hope you enjoyed your dose of awakened nostalgia. I'm Connor of Rail Mac Gammon, and I shall see you in the next episode. Stay nostalgic.